Hello, my name is Sally. Welcome to Sunshine Fitness. And today's session we will be looking at exercises to strengthen our bodies to balance well. This session is going to take place completely on a chair because we can still strengthen those key joint areas such as our hips and our knees and our ankles even when we're sat down. And the other area that we're going to have a nice little look at is our feet and wrists, okay? So that we've just got points of contact that help us to maintain really good balance. So what you will need for this session is a good sturdy chair, ideally one without arms on it, but if you have to have one with arms on it, that's absolutely fine as well, okay? For today, we're also going to need a squidgy ball, okay? And when I say squidgy, I mean one that actually gives us resistance but isn't firm, so it will yield to pressure, okay? You can find these online and you can get Pilates balls. This is actually a playground ball and it's brilliant. It's really, really good for what we're going to use for today, okay? The other thing we're going to need are resistance bands. Again, you can buy these online. They come in often packs of 3, which I recommend because then you've got 3 different types of resistance. So here's some examples. As we're sat down, it doesn't really matter how long they are. But buy longer because then if you decide to join us standing, then it's worth the investment in a longer band. Okay, and the other thing, as ever, we always need to have by our side is some water. And again, the puppy is optional. So let's get started. Excellent. I'm going to say a prayer. Father God, I just thank you for every single man and woman that is watching this video. I pray that you would fill their bodies with strength, with joy and determination, Lord, today and every day, Lord, when they are up and about. Bless their friends and their families. In Jesus' name, Amen. Okay, let's get started. So, we're going to do the warm-up first of all. Let's just relax our arms by our sides, sit back up into our chairs. Ideally, you can do this without shoes on, okay? But we'll come to that in a moment. Breathing in with me. Lift the shoulders and just relax down. Excellent. And again, breathing in and out. Superb. Let's just start with those hands. Show me your palms and squeeze away with me. That's it. So we change up our exercises each time, but we're still looking to target every joint. Okay, so that's it. Just start warming those hands up. That will really help to start warming the body up as well. That's it. Squeeze and release. Lovely. Okay, and then just gently lift and lower. So no force here, just lift and lower. Excellent. And then we're going to turn the palms to the floor and to the ceiling. Excellent, lovely. Superb. Well done. Okay. And then just lift the fingers to the shoulders and lower down. That's it. So we just start working on the upper arm, bending the elbow. That's it. Lovely. Just creating a little bit more heat in the body. Superb. Okay, and then bring those fingers to the shoulders and leave them there. And then one arm at a time, circle back the elbow. Superb. Let's change sides. That's it, lovely. Oh, really waking up those shoulders. And then let's do them together. Well done. Excellent, just really good for the posture, helping us to sit up nice and tall. Last one. That's it. Bring the elbows together and apart. So we're opening the chest here. Breathing in, relax and open, relax and open. And then let's just reach up from here. So every time we take the arms above the head, that helps to get the heart rate up as it works harder to push the blood up our hands and arms. That's it. Lovely. And again, if you're just taking your hand to the top of your head today, that's excellent. Always remember, something is better than nothing. And last one, superb. Okay, sitting up tall, Hands on the thighs, reach your nose over your toes and squeeze the tummy in as you come back up. So you're just reaching forwards. We're keeping our head from dropping completely towards the floor, as that's what causes a rush of blood to the head. That's it. So again, we're working into the upper body now, into the back area. Lovely. Excellent. We're going to do one more of these and then relax there. And then a little rotation. So forearm on top of forearm. We're going to turn to the side, back to the center, turn to the side, back to the center. So this is really good for the back. Okay, we're getting rid of stiffness, bringing in movement. That's it, little flexibility up and down the spine. One more with me each side. Last one. And relax. Fantastic. Okay, so onto the feet. So as I say, I'm doing this without any shoes on. And the reason is it enables us to move our feet and our toes. So you can leave your shoes on, but just lift up, and I just want you to start by squeezing your toes. So you're not even moving your feet right now. You're just squeezing the toes and releasing, squeezing the toes, releasing. I purposely chose yellow socks for my Sunshine Fitness colour. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Last time, squeeze and release. That's it. We want strong toes, strong big toe. So beneficial for good balance. So just circle those feet round for now. That's it. And then we're going to take them back the other way. Lovely. And then we're going to alternate, so a little bit of coordination here. One foot at a time, tap the toes, tap the toes, tap the toes. That's it. Superb. Lovely. And then just bring those ankles and feet together, and keeping the ankles connected, we're just going to take the toes out and in. Lovely, because we want that flexibility in the ankle joint here. You can lift the toes up, hold the toes up again. So good. We're always looking for that really efficient and effective heel toe movement for walking. Keep the toes connected now as you take the ankles out and in. Okay, so you'll feel this in a slightly different way in the lower leg, which is again brilliant. We want that movement down there. Superb. And then do some little pitter patters. So again, we want those feet to be, we want to be so mindful of our feet so that when we walk, we do that heel, toe, instead of shuffling along, because that is much more likely to make us trip up because the toes will just get caught on just about anything really. So good heel toe action. That's it. Oh, rest there. You can really feel that up the shins. And then let's pedal out the heels. Superb. Excellent stuff. Okay, now let's just take that into a little march. If you want to just keep lifting the heels, please do. Superb. And then let's just bring one arm in. Have a breath as the heart rate will be going up. We're going to change arms, keep the legs going. Again, a bit of coordination and forethought there. And then we're going to get both arms involved. Here we go. I've got to think about this. Well done. Excellent. Okay, superb. Well done, folks. Okay, so just rest it there. Keep your heels moving if you can, as it's just great for that flexibility, and it's also just because of the heart rate going up, keep those heels moving. So we are going to do 2 rounds now of exercises, and the first one I'm going to do without equipment. Second time I will do with equipment. If you're watching this video for the second, third or beyond time, please feel free to use the equipment for both rounds. Okay, so we are going to start by sitting tall. Take a breath in. Posture matters so much, okay? This is what can help take the strain off certain, sort of joints and in the spine, and it can really help reduce, the pain that can be caused around our neck, back and hips when we've got that nice posture in position. So we're going to start with just a leg raise, okay? So you're just lifting, or even a leg extension here. That's it. So 1 foot at a time. You're just pointing your toes at me. That's it. just pointing your toes at me. You're going to feel this engaging all the muscles, all the big muscles in the thighs, which is what we want. We want to get the blood moving around the knee joint and around the muscles in the legs. Excellent. Now, one leg at a time, I just want you to, staying on one leg, I want you to lift up, pointing the toes to the ceiling. So this time we're not pointing the toes towards me, you're pointing them up. So this is lengthening the calf muscle. Breathing through, which again, in terms of balance with walking is really, really important. We need nice long muscles on the backs of our legs. Pause there, let's do the other side. So we'll be doing these exercises again with a resistance band soon. Lovely, we're doing 2 more this side. Excellent, okay. So now back to our march, going into some knee raises, okay? So with me now, one leg at a time, let's lift 8, 7, 6. Try and keep your toes slightly lifted. Well done, halfway. Breathe, 3, 2, 1 more. Well done. This is where it's very challenging when you're doing exercises sat down, because you'll really feel the hip flexors engaging. So again, we're going to lift that knee, that's it, and the toes are coming up as well. We're doing 5 more, 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. So what the hip flexors are doing, they're connecting the leg to the body, and they're basically everything. If you just imagine it's like a rope that's kind of pulling everything up, which is a really good thing again for when it comes to going over, going up steps. Okay, or as I think of it, as like even getting out of the car when you've got to lift that foot out. Now, this is going to be brilliant for getting out of the car. So what we're doing here, we're going to go back to this leg, take it out to the side, in and down. If you want to hold on to the chair, then feel free to, okay? So this is the motion that we would look to do to get out of a car, okay? So we need that stretch again in the hip flexor. That's what it is that is allowing us to take our knee to the side. Breathe through as you do this. That's it. Keep that foot off the floor, but underneath the knee joint. We're going to change to the other side. Have a breath. Off we go. Knee up, out, in and down. That's it. And we're just aiming to keep our posture nice and tall. This is so good for bodily alignment, which, that's it, just takes the stress off the joints as we're nice and balanced within our bodies, just standing and even sitting. We're going to do 2 more. Stick with me. Well done. Last one, smile. That's it, and relax. Okay, do please have some water at this point. Well done. That's not my water. Would you like some water? My trusted steed. There we go. That's it. Make sure everybody in the class is well hydrated. Fabulous. Finished? Happy with that? No. There we go. She gets that included. Her agent makes sure. So, okay. Now, the final one that we're doing here is putting all of those exercises together, basically. So, we are going to lift the knee, extend the leg, take it out to the side, bring it in, lift it up, and lower. I'll show you once more on the other leg. Lift, extend, open, in, lift, and close, okay? So this is affecting wonderfully ankles, knees, and hips. Let's go, one leg at a time. Up, extend, out, in, lift, and lower. We're doing 4 on each leg. Breathe through, excellent. 3 more, that's it. Well done. You're going to feel this also working hard in the lower abdominals, okay? So we know that that's actually a really important area, again, in terms of core strength for control of our body, okay? We've got a nice, strong, solid center to the body. Excellent. Now, I believe we have 1 more left each side. If not, it's a Brucey bonus. Extend, out, in, lift, lower, and last one. well done. And again, don't worry about that full range of motion, just give it a try. Excellent stuff. Okay, now that is the lower body, which we're going to repeat in a moment, but for now we want to do a little bit on the upper body. So again, when we sort of like try to catch our balance, obviously we put a hand out, and the areas in our body that can be weak points are ankles, hips and wrists, okay? So we want our wrists nice and strong. So we're going to be doing a couple of exercises today to help strengthen wrists. So if you can, place your palms on the edge of your chair, either side of your legs, sitting up tall with your back away from the chair. All I want you to do is just press down. So my arms go from bent to straight and relax. I'm going to do 5 of these, but please do as many or as few as you can. So breathing up, pressing up and down. And we're just aiming to pause at the top for a couple of seconds, because that's what really helps to strengthen the wrists, the arms and the shoulders. Just a little bit of body weight resistance. This isn't about trying to pull yourself completely off the chair, but you will feel the weight pressing through those arms. Last one. Excellent, relax, that's brilliant. Okay, so moving on. Please grab your resistance band. As I say, you choose. I seem to have medium here, okay? Now, we're going to put the band, the center of the band, over the top of our foot. So I'm not covering the ankle or the midfoot, it's just the toes, okay? The ball of the foot and the toes, okay? I'm sitting up tall. This is also a cheeky bit of grip strength going on here, which is just wonderful, okay? So I'm holding the band about knee height, okay? And I'm going to just start by pressing the band away. It's all I'm using in my toes. And this is amazing for the ankle. This is your ankle strength, ladies and gentlemen, going on right here, okay? Pressing away. That's it, working up the calf muscle. Wonderful, pressing away with the ball of the foot. Superb. Okay, we're going to do all these exercises on one side. Please feel free to pause at any moment, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the band back slightly, okay? Do keep your fingers kind of moving with this, because you can get quite tense. And I'm just going to basically push the band away. So I bring my foot down and then I push it back up. So I can really start to feel this working up the leg, really working into those thigh muscles, which again, when it comes to balance and standing strong, are really important. So this is an excellent exercise. We're doing 3 more. We're doing 2. And the last one. Well done. Okay. Now, with the knee raise, what we're going to do here is we're creating the resistance by pulling the elbows back to the side. I'm lifting my knee up and then I'm pressing it down, okay? So up and down. If this is too much for your wrists, okay, just pull it up, pull the band up as though you're grabbing rope, and then just lift up and down with the knee, okay? Resting your hands on your hips. Okay, because that can be quite intense. That's it. So it's a bit like just trying to stamp your foot down, but you'll feel the resistance. And this is really starting to work through the buttock. I can feel it now. That's it. And it's working on the back of the leg. Press down by the heel. That's it. 3, 2, and last one. Fantastic. Okay, just loosen off the band, wiggle the fingers. Okay. So we're now going to go into the side hip opener, okay? So I'm lifting up, I'm going out to the side, in and down. Now the interesting thing with this is, you actually find you can take the knee a little further away from you because of the band. So this isn't necessarily about strength, but what it is about is flexibility and mobility, again in that hip flexor area, the getting out of the car move. Breathe. It's very easy to hold your breath doing resistance moves. We'll make this the last one. Sitting up tall and relax. Well done. Whew. Okay. Have a breath. Last exercise. We're lifting up the knee. We're pushing the foot away. We're taking the leg out to the side. In, lift and lower. Okay, we can do this. That's it. Lift the knee up. Press that foot away. Feel that stretch on the back of the leg. It's a lovely lengthening exercise. Keep breathing. That's it. Superb. Well done. We're going to do one more. Lift that knee, press that heel away, open to the side, bring it in, lift and lower. Excellent work. So at the moment you might feel a little bit unbalanced because we've done it all one side and not the other. Have a quick slug of water and have a quick slug. We're in the garden, who knows what could be out here. I think we're okay over there. Right, and before we go on to the other side, we're going to pick up our ball. Now, I've just jumped in to do that. If you want to, you can just pick your ball up with one hand as opposed to twisting down and lifting up, okay? So that is always a good idea. So you can crawl the ball up your chair, or if you've got a ball that you can just put your hand to and lift it up, even better. Okay, so I'm just going to put my band down instead. So I mentioned about wrist strengthening exercises. So again, with my back nice and tall, I'm putting the palms of my hands on the ball, not my fingers, keeping them away from the ball, and I'm pressing the ball between my palms, okay? My elbows are lifted either side, and I can even feel this into the chest. So breathing through. So this is excellent for muscle strength in those wrists and in the arms. That's it, pressing away. Superb. Well done. Okay, so that's just changing it up from the chair push-ups. Well done. Okay, let's change the ball again for the band as we do the other leg. So place that band underneath your toes, underneath the ball of your foot. That's it. And just start by pressing those toes away. Again, that's it. Really working into that ankle joint, into the foot. The band is about knee height. You're nice and tall. Brilliant stuff. So you're always working the back when you're doing this because you're holding it erect. And so the muscles work hard to keep you in this position. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take the foot down. Okay. So we're now going into that full leg extension. So you can lift the band further back towards your waist if you want. You'll really feel that working on the bicep muscles in those upper arms, which is great. So we're getting more of a full body workout here. So press your heel towards me. You'll feel a stretch down the foot and the back of the leg. That's it. You can hold those elbows back for 4, 3, 2, final 1. Excellent. Okay, relax off. Breathe and into those knee raises. Okay, so leg comes up and we're going to press it down. So I'm going to try and keep my band up high or resting on my hips so there's not too much strain in my hands and wrists. Entirely up to you, or you can hold the band like a piece of rope. And again, you're just getting that upper body strengthening opportunity. Let's take hold of it literally. 3 more, press that foot down. 2 more, last one, and relax. Again, another breath, and this time we're going to go into those hip openers. So not necessarily about strength, lifting up, but all about that mobility into the hip. And again, you just listen to your body today. No competition here whatsoever. This is for your body to be the best that it can be, whatever age we are. Okay? So we're just lifting again. Can feel this in the upper body, working hard. Try not to round the shoulders. Try to sit up tall. This is your last one. And rest. Excellent. And then final exercise. Lift the knee up. Hold the band by the waist. Extend. Out to the side. In. Lift and lower. So join me for 4. Lift, extend, open to the side, back in, lift and lower. Superb. That's it. Aiming to press the heel away just so you get that length down the back of the leg. 2 more. Well done, well done. You're doing a great job. Last one. That's it. Oh, with a smile as well. Excellent. Lift and lower. My goodness, that's a lot of good work going on there. Okay, just be really gentle to your fingers right now, okay? Because they've done a lot of work, especially if this is your first time grappling with a band. Okay, just wiggle the fingers off, get the circulation going. Okay, so again, lean to the side, collect your ball and drop your band back down. Okay, so sitting up tall, back to the chair, ball between the knees here, okay? Bring the feet ever so slightly closer together. Hands are on your hips, squeeze. Oh yes. Bring those knees into as tight a squeeze as you can, and you are going to feel this working up the inside of your thighs into the lower abdominal muscles. Breathe. Every time we do resistance, it's really easy to hold your breath. No turning blue. Okay, that's it. We're going to go for 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so you can repeat this as many times as you want in a day. I'd go for 3 lots of 6 to start with, increase to 3 lots of 10. And that again is just going to really help strengthen on the inside of the legs and the hip flexors, lower abdominals, okay? So again, in terms of balance, that's going to really help if you have to press side to side on your feet. Already, I can just feel those muscles engaging. They're a lot more reactive. Okay, so the final exercise that we're going to do is reaching back for the band. There must be something very interesting in that rock wall. Okay, place the band. Now, if you need to at this point to come forward, because we're going to place the band underneath our knees. So you may need to come forward. So just bottom walk ever so slightly forward. So there's more of a gap between the chair and the back of your legs. Okay. We're going to wrap ourselves up in the band, quite literally, okay? So all you're doing is folding the band over your legs and over your legs. Don't tie it, please don't tie it. The band is wrapped around the legs, that's it, superb. And we are going to open and close the knees, that's it. Working into the legs, the outside of the legs this time as opposed to the inside, so strengthening into the hip joints, so important. That's it. Breathe through as you do this. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. You have finished. That is absolutely excellent. Let's do a couple of stretches and we'll get you out of here. Just make sure before you stand that any trip hazards have been removed. Okay, so 1 leg in front, toes pointed, lift up the opposite arm. Relax the shoulder as you do this so you don't get any clunky, crunchy noises, and lower down. Okay, other foot. Lift up the other arm and relax. Let's do that once more. If it's more comfortable for you just to lift up the hand, please do. Lift up the arm or the hand and relax. Excellent stuff. And then if you can, just lift your legs, point and flex your toes. Well done. And then bring your feet to rest underneath your knees. And then we're just going to, what I call, serve a cup of tea behind us. Don't overstrain the neck as you're not necessarily looking round behind your shoulder. You're just looking, following the cup of tea in the hand. Okay, so you're just serving that cup of tea. So the palm is open, fingers are open. That's it. Again, just a really nice open across the chest and across the spine. Okay, and then we're just going to reach our nose over our toes. Now here, okay, so we're not dropping the head, but we are looking towards the floor and back up. Excellent. Last time. And then sit up tall and then just relax your shoulders. You can press one arm down as you lower your ear to your shoulder. So you've got a lovely like ski slope going down the side of the body. Relax. If that's too intense a stretch, just relax both hands into the lap. Lovely. And then just drop the chin to the chest. Lift up. And then half a head circle forwards. We don't want to take the head behind as it gets a bit too crunchy on the neck. Last time. And head lifted. Please pop one hand out, other on top, and give yourselves a very big round of applause. Just no pleasing some people. That was excellent. Well done, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what things you want to exercise and we will make sure that we get it to you in a video. All right, God bless. Bye. Four. I'm sorry, the tripod fell over. Kitsune, no. No, I know there's somebody there, but it's okay that there's somebody there. Okay? Okay, so should I just carry on? So, the band is wrapped around the legs.